tell you something, brothers and sisters. This is Six Scale Raw, but did you know that this is the Dark Jedi's 2-year anniversary? And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. It was 2 years ago today, January 16th, that the first episode of anything on Six Scale Cantina aired. We're going to take a look back right now at some of that footage. It's just a couple of minutes. And what you're going to do when the Hot Toys Wizard runs wild on Six Scale Raw on you. So happy to be able to present to you this debut episode of the Market Chart Show. We're going to be taking a look at what Star Wars hot toys have been recently trending up in the marketplace and which ones are starting to trend down. Let's take a look right now. And I say yes. Wow, I'm pumped up, baby. That means they're going to be coming out with clones at the wazoo. Will it be 1 clone, 2 clones, 3 clones? What you're going to be seeing with the way the economy is going is more and more announcements with less production in each one of these announcements. Let it go. It's like I'm holding slime worms. It's like, oh, God. It's like he's a real dude. Dude, don't talk to me. I'm going to freak out. Oh, freak out. God, Jesus. That is so freaking realistic.
Man, and Good Morning Grills tomorrow. Check it out. I'm gonna be there, man.
Arena Fat, right?
Arena. right. All right,
maybe.
Woo! As I add everybody back in here, hello.
Hey.
We have come a long way here at Six Scale Cantina. And I hope you all enjoyed that little trip down memory lane. Come on. I enjoyed putting that together today, guys and girls.
Yeah, that was great, man. Happy 2-year anniversary, bro. It's it's an honor to be here, man.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I can't believe that first intro. I had to put that up there. Some of the stuff and the old microphone using for the very first show. You know, I go back and I look at some of that stuff there, brother cousins, and I'm like, geez, I can't believe I started off like this. But it wasn't too bad. You kind of get a smile on your face. I'm like, let me go a few months later. And then 6 months later, and then a year later, and then here we are today. But yes, everybody, it is a 2-year anniversary, January 16th, way back in, I guess, 2021. And let's introduce the first panel member, Jay, brother cousins.
Hey,
what's up?
What's up with you? I'm so happy to be here for this episode. This is a milestone right here, brother. Congratulations. This is awesome. I'm happy to be here, and yeah, man, let's talk some news. Let's talk some figures. Let's do this, man. Let's do it.
Well, listen, Jay, we're going to talk some figures, but you have to wonder, is it possible that the Mandalorian season 2, another trailer is supposed to drop tonight?
That's
and
right.
I say yes. And look, I got the TV right here. So if this debuts while we're on with Six Scale Raw tonight, you'll get my live reaction. You'll get our live reaction. I'll move my chair out of the way. I got the TV situated there. I'll move the camera and we'll go ahead and watch it together. And then we'll come on here and we'll give you our thoughts, because they're going to have Han Solo and Chewbacca and all, Asajj Ventress on the trailer. And we're just going to be spilling our coffee. Anyway, El Professor, how are you, my man? What's going on?
Man, 2 years of coffee spilling. I say yes, saying, man. Hey, man, it's great to be here tonight, dude. I'm honored to be here amongst friends and family here, man. And yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun tonight, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to have you in here, El Professoro. And Anthony,
Hey.
back at it. Yeah, I was just on your show the other day, an epic show Saturday night. What's going on,
man?
brother?
That was a great show, man. It's good to be here on 2 years, man. Wow, yeah, time flies, man. So congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Good having you in here, Mafia. 1/6 scale, man. Lale. Say what, brother? We got the
Yeah, bro.
Mandalorian season 2, season
Yeah,
3
bro.
trailer tonight.
Super excited about that, bro. I am. I'm definitely excited. I got the TV on right here in front of me while I'm here. So the best of both worlds. I was like, why not? I just mute one while I'm listening here, and then when that one comes on, I'll mute this one and listen. That's how it is. But the best of both worlds. You got the remote, you got the computer, you got the TV, man. It's like it's dope. Like it's the man cave. But thank God for us who have man caves, bro, that we can actually
right here,
come
baby.
down and not have to worry about anything and just get away from life and just come down here and enjoy it. Yeah. Happy.
Well, I
Thank you
think-
for being. And congrats with a milestone,
Yes.
bro. Definitely, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I was actually surprised today because I was like, I knew it was around that time, but you just don't think about it, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, yeah, no, I think I got to go ahead and mention this.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of man caves, what about woman caves?
Woman
Artem,
cave, yes.
what's up, baby? Do you have a woman cave, Artem?
No, I don't. But my mother's taking
Doesn't
over.
quite have the same ring to it, Eric.
Yeah, it does, and yeah, it does.
All right.
No, you know
Sorry.
what? No. The woman cave is the whole house. We just get the
Yeah,
basement, bro. So
yeah,
they
there
already
you go.
their woman cave is the
Never
entire
lied.
house. You know what I mean?
Well, congratulations, Aries. Wow, 2 years. That's absolutely wonderful. And you are such a class act. I love coming on here and streaming with all of you on the panel as well. It's been such a pleasure. I look forward to so much more. And it's just wonderful to be here tonight for this special moment.
Well, thank you so much. Great having you in here, Artem, my good friend, and all of you in here. Let's take a look at some of the people that are in the chat before we go ahead and get started. And El Kit Fido is in here, and good to have you in the house, my friend, for sure. Thule is in here, right back at you. What is going on? And just saw the trailer, says someone here. The Mandalorian will return in Avengers. Oh, God. And Hot Soaptown Hero is in here. What is up? Good to have you, my friend. And we've got Thule. Hit the like button. Come on, let's do that. And there is the Huntress. What is going on, girl? Always good to have Mandalorian Huntress in the house for sure. And we got the Hot Toys hotline in here saying, well deserved, do. Thank you so much, brother. We've got the Thor. The Thor is in here. It says, go and smash that like button, the 2-year anniversary button. And we got Ryan, Mr. Mom Collectibles, in here as well. Good to have him in here. Smoke him if you can. Benjamin is in here. Good to have him in here. Alex, AJ is in here as well. What is going on, my friends? And Brandon is in here. And Jonathan M, Sarafina, CT603. I think he's a friend of TK FOMO. Single songwriter. Happy 2-year anniversary. I think they call a lot of you out there this, but they definitely call this guy this.
They call him the Wizard.
Oh, yeah. Thule, Defiodome, Punisher, Wayne. Gosh, so many that are in here. If I miss some of you, just keep going on in the chat for sure. Trying to get to you all in here. Master Imwe is in the house as well. Dorklair, welcome everybody in here. You're all always welcome. Always very familiar faces in here. Wayne Timothy is in here. Duh Collector. Beskar Kid, what is going on, my friend? And I'm looking for the big dog pound because I thought I saw him in here.
Yeah, he's in there.
Because-
Yeah, he's
Okay.
He's
there.
here. He's
I
here.
just want to go, woo!
Gotta get that clip for you, man.
So many in here. Keep going. Welcome to you all. Keep going on in the chat. For sure. We have got Luminara in here as well. What is going on,
Lumi.
girl?
What's going
Come
Lumi?
on. Raul saying congratulations. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you guys in here. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that, we got all content creators on here today. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the things that we're all feeling right now within, this current climate that we're in starting 2023. Let's go ahead and dive into all of this. We'll get going with the first topic right now. All right. Welcome everybody to Six Scale Raw. We have got brother cousins, Jay. We have got Mario, El Profesoro, Anthony, Six Scale Mafia, Lael, the one Six Scale man, Ardum, Positive Fandom. Guess what? I've got every single one of their channel links in the video description below. Go subscribe right now to each one of these 5 awesome content creators, all content creators tonight. And the first topic, and we're going to go ahead and start with you, Mr. Mafia, putting this in here, because I think it's great. We did this on your show a little bit. I'm going to go with a kind of a different topic.
Yeah.
I think it's great for the people in the chats to hear from us channel creators. And here's the first thing I'm going to put up on the screen. Current economy, how is it affecting content creators? Because, we give a lot of advice. Hey, do this, don't do this. Don't do this, do this. Or I suggest this, I suggest that. And I think like we were doing on your show, we're kind of sharing our own, kind of struggles, troubles,
Right.
ideas, innovations, paths forward. And, it's certainly been, for me, it's been a little bit challenging. I'm celebrating a 2-year anniversary. But really, especially over the last 6 months, and especially over the last several, I've had to change a lot because of what we're dealing with, because of the trips I take with my wife to Aldi, because of stopping in Walmart, because I have to go ahead and get these necessities. And it's a little bit crazy right now. So when I follow this market stuff, dude, I see that it's obviously affecting a whole lot of people. And I know for me, I always have to try to find ways. Hey, I got to put in some extra time at work. I got to do a little bit of extra time in my second job. I get a little bit of a harder time trying to create stuff here, but I can't wait to be here. So let me just go to you. How is this current economy affecting you and channel creators in general, the community? Let's start with you, baby.
Well, can't necessarily speak on everybody because I don't know everybody's situation, but for me personally, dude, it's hectic. It's hectic nowadays, right? Because you have inflation is everywhere, for example, right? Like you mentioned, just everyday life, right? Picking up necessities, other things that take more priority. Those are all going up in pricing. And then you have you have Hot Toys going up in pricing as well, right? On top of that, we're getting them going waitlist much quicker now, which is kind of, I want to say forcing, but it makes us feel like that sense of urgency is there now more than it was previously, right? Like a year or so ago, to where you're like, I need to probably secure this. And so it's rough, man. Like I'm worried as shit. That's kind of why, I try to sympathize a lot, with everybody out there, because I'm looking at stuff that's not just, well, we've had the discussion on my show Saturday that I'm not just Star Wars, right? So I got a DeLorean coming. I got Batman and Robin coming. It's, you're like, oh man, how am I gonna, how can I do this right now? And then we get all these other new announcements coming. It's rough, man. I think we're all, maybe not all, but I know I'm definitely not as frequent as I used to be, right? As far as grabbing whatever I wanted willy-nilly, right? Because you're just like, oh, okay, we can do this now. But so you have to adjust, and I think everybody who collects makes necessary adjustments, I mean, unless they're like super rich or trust funds or whatever, right? But for the average collector, decisions have to be made. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made, right? Because we have priorities of other stuff. Yeah, it's wild.
And and thank you for that, Anthony. And brother cousin, let's go to you as we open up this conversation. I think, while the economy isn't a good thing, sometimes a reevaluation is not necessarily a bad thing. To be able to, because I think, we can come out of this. I suspect all of us will come out of this a little bit stronger. But I know for me, and I keep a spreadsheet. I know what I'm going to buy. I have ways that, I collect these figures, but it makes me go ahead and take a relook at everything that I'm doing and how I collect, and be like, okay, what about when this all breaks? Am I doing everything right? Do I go back to the way I go? I have a couple of different ideas, but let's go to you, baby. How has this been affecting you?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree with Anthony, not being as frequent with certain things. It was a time where I would go and, buy everything that I want. And I still do buy a lot. But I found myself being more selective now. Because I was one of the guys that used to buy stuff, sometimes outside of my collection. Like I would go to my local comic store and I would see something that's cool. And I'd be like, oh man, this is cool. I got the points. I got a little extra cash. Let me go buy it. And then maybe a couple of months or, a few months down the line, I'm like, let me go ahead and sell it. And sometimes I would sell it, either make my money back or even break even or make a little bit extra off of it. Now, not so much. That's not on right now where the market is right now.
Hard to make extra.
Yeah. So I've taken some hits on some things doing that. So what I've started to do is really reevaluate exactly what I'm getting and really scrutinizing everything that I get. Like, do I really need this? Does this really fit my collection? Yeah, I think it's cool, but do I think it's cool today? Will I think it's cool, a year from now when other stuff is out? So I'm taking a lot of that in consideration at this point, because it's one thing to lose, maybe $50 here, $100, and you may think I sold the figure, I opened it up, I displayed it, I reviewed it, I had fun with it. I'll sell it. Yeah, I'll take a hit off of it. But when you doing that one time is cool. But when you're doing that, especially when you're a content creator, you can easily do that, 5 or 6 times a year. And then that adds up. That, that could be the cost of another hot toy or several hot toys doing that. And you just run in this, you just fall in this pit of continuously just leaking funds, just leaking, just hemorrhaging money. So it's just you have to really scrutinize and look at everything that you buy and ask yourself, does it fit my collection? Is this something that I really want? Am I reviewing this just to review it, just for the reviews to keep up with YouTube? And I know in the early days I did that a lot. I was, wanted to do day one reviews and buying from Hong Kong and stuff like that. And I got to a point around last year where I just found out that it just wasn't financially responsible.
Yeah.
And I had to scale back. And I did, and that's what this year has been about. Not just scaling back on that, but thinking creatively outside of the box too. You also have to look at it like this: like, do everybody needs another review from me from the same figure? And I figured sometimes it was weird. Sometimes I learned this last year. Sometimes that me just talking on my reactions of the figure was actually getting more views than my actual reviews of the figure.
Because they wanted to see really you.
They really want to see you. And I was like, damn, I don't have to do that.
They want the space pimp, baby. Come on.
There you go. But the name of the show is, name of the channel is Metamorphic Customs Toy Reviews. So I still have to give reviews here and there. But, I cherry pick my day one reviews, which I'm going to get, which, like that. But yeah, it's all about, finding what works for you and what works for your audience. And, yeah.
No, really, really good stuff. And before we get to you, Lael, we're going to go to you next. Jonathan with the $2 drop says, congrats and thanks for all the great content. Well, thank you too, my friend. I do appreciate that. And if it wasn't for all you guys out there and girls, I certainly couldn't be doing that. And Lael, yeah, Anthony and Jay, they bring up good points. And I know for me, I was in a situation where I'm kind of zoned in on Star Wars. And one of the ways that it affected me is I was kind of thinking, hey, maybe I'm going to get this cool looking piece from, Marvel, for instance, or I want to get a Grail like the Jack Sparrow, the couple of DXs that they have. I'm like, hey, I love Batman. Maybe I'll go ahead and get myself one. And I find myself right now, Lael, where I really can't do that. And actually a little bit struggling, where it's like, hey, I collect only the head sculpt ones for Hot Toys with the Troopers. But I'm like, I got to kind of think right now. I still want to get it, but I got to hold off. I think that one will still be in there. I got to get this. So it's not just affecting people who, reach out to me or they tell me in the chat or that we're talking. It's affecting me. It looks like it's affecting all of us in some way, baby.
Yeah, it is. But it's all in the name, bro. It's all in the name. It is all in the name. Seriously. I don't have to buy a single figure. My figures are funded by yours truly right there, seriously. So it's all in the name. No, I'm just playing. No, literally. So
listen, Lael, I have to do this now.
And I say no.
Well played.
Well played. Well played. No, but no, seriously. I think here's the thing, bro. With the current economy, I think that for collectors and collecting, it can be also looked at on the flip side as a good thing because it does teach you a bit more how to prioritize. Also, it kind of humbles you a bit because the thing is, we got into this space where we wanted everything, or we must. Everything almost became like a must-have, and we were preaching these things, online. But now I think it's a unified front of even amongst content creators now with the current economy to say, you know what, hey, buy only what you want. Don't buy everything. Don't fall for FOMO. Don't fall for, everything else. It's really, really teaching us to kind of sit back. I learned this like maybe 2 years ago, when I stopped doing reviews. I was just like, I'm not doing another review. I'll just stick to posing. I'll do that. You know what I mean? Because it was just, day one figures and stuff like that. Like Jay said, it just gets really, really tedious, but also expensive. You know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like when you think about it, you're doing these reviews when pretty much there's so many other people out there doing it. Half the time, your review video doesn't get that much traction, depending. So it's just like, what am I doing that for? There's other people out there that are good at it. So I let them do it. You know what I mean? Because they've been doing this for a minute. I'll just, find something else. But again, I think it humbles you, bro, because again, like it's for us, it's what's tangible. But then also it's one of those situations where we have this thing where it becomes like a sense of urgency whenever something drops to feel like well, maybe I do have to have it, or should I have that, or is there something, whatever. So we fall for that, bro. But I think within the last year, though, we've learned. We've really learned how to be, and this is why us as content creators have forced the hands of, companies such as Sideshow to say, okay, now we're going to buy limited quantity of, we're going to get like limited batches now, to whereas people aren't pre-ordering as much anymore. So we're seeing these things. So now how do we, track that at the same time? We have to really be in control of our own assets and make sure that, as a business, that we're still staying afloat. And I think that's why they implemented a lot of things. For us, though, it's a game changer now. It is seriously a game changer now, because we realize that with these companies, and the thing is, bro, like I can't fault. I've thought about this, and I'm like, I can't fault the company for, maybe in some aspects of it, raising prices when it comes to certain figures, certain pieces, because again, they have to stay afloat as well. Small businesses, big businesses, we see that the economy is smashing everybody in the face. Now, those gas prices, there's no excuse for that. I don't care what nobody says. But when it comes to
eggs, man,
eggs, all that, bro.
$9, bro.
No excuse.
$9 where you are,
bro.
It's $9 fucking eggs here, bro.
$7 here. $7 here, dude.
Went to the grocery store the other day, and I was appalled to basically see at the local Giants that they wanted milk for like $5.99, like a gallon of milk for like $5.99.
I was like, yeah, you not for at Walmart here.
Yeah.
Okay, it is $39.99 for clam sauce. Like pasta spaghetti clam sauce.
Yeah,
a can of it. $40.
Yeah, nah.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just getting too much. So when we see these things, it's more so for us. We got to look at ourselves as controlled substance. We got to really control the way we spend, how we spend, what we're looking for, find the better deals if it's something that you really want. And, when it comes to collecting, because I mean, I know me, myself, Mario, Jay, Anthony's a bit more disciplined when it comes to that, but me, Mario, and Jay, like we're, not only are we Star Wars fans, we're Marvel fans, we connect and we collect in different aspects of, these genres. But even that is like learning. We have to learn how to control, because I know myself, I'm not getting every clone. I'm not doing that. I just won't. I don't need necessarily. What I'm doing is what fits me, and what if I have a vision for my collection, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? If it's something that I want, I'll kind of hone in. I'll normally know earlier beforehand, before it's released, if I really want it or not. So again, we talk about spreadsheets, we talk about payment plans, we talk about finding the better deals, finding the bang for your buck, but at the same time, just be sensible. Again, I think it's teaching us, because it doesn't have to always be looked at as a bad thing. Yes, we do see that, economy is, and especially is hitting hard with in the collecting community. We see that, not only just figures, we're talking about shipping cost, import in different places and stuff like that. We see that. So again, I think it's teaching us now how to be smart and how to go for better deals. You know what I mean? We're seeing that now, like everybody, like some people's talking about in-art figures and all that. I mean, shipping alone on those pieces is incredible. So it's just like, now you got to rethink that process, because it's like almost like you're paying for 3 figures now. You know what I mean? You paid for 2, but you're paying an additional price for 3 because of shipping. You know what I mean? So that's what it feels like. So, I mean, again, it's just all about being extremely intelligent, wise, protect your assets. Family comes first. You making sure your bills are paid, making sure all that's out the way. Because really, like I says, this right here can go tomorrow, but my livelihood, my family's livelihood, that's what's most important. You know what I mean? I gotta have to look at that. And if it just gets too bad, it's all in the name. It's all in the name.
It's all in the name.
All in the name.
No, really, really good stuff there, Lael. Really, really good stuff. It's all in. It's all in the name, baby.
And I say no.
Yeah.
It's too funny, man.
Gold, man. Absolute gold.
Well, look, let's read the Hot Side Heroes.
with the $5 drop. Cheers to the wizard. Well, cheers to you, baby. Stocked panel, Mando trailer. This is what it's all about, baby. You ain't kidding. This is the way. And listen, we're going to take a look. If that Mando trailer comes on, when it becomes halftime here during this show, just let me know. We're going to be keeping an eye on it. I'm going to move my chair away, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to be checking it out in the TV behind. Thank you so much there, Haltz. Hometown hero. I don't know. I really like Lael's analogy here, and I think everyone's alluding to it as well. It's kind of building up in the conversation. I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. It helps us stay focused. It helps us be able to trim off what it is that we don't want, and it helps us to be able to plan in the future. And so I really think what Lael was saying, everything there, I don't necessarily think. I actually think in a lot of ways this is good, helping us streamline. Jay was talking about, oh, I got to ship this. I'm not getting this back. Well, look, if you have something you really, really want and it's in your collection, you're probably not going to sell it anyway. So you don't have to worry about shipping it. So I think, I don't know. You collect, but I don't know how this is affecting you, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
I think certainly what Lael said certainly are what I like to call pearls of wisdom, and certainly things that all of us can follow and learn from, as well as what many of the other guys on the panel have said tonight. In my particular case, if I were to answer this question for myself, I would say yes to everything that everybody has said. And also, I've had to kind of change things around recently for my mom. And, we were talking earlier about, do I have a girl cave or, a woman cave or whatever, a she shed, whatever. And it doesn't matter now because I've had to adjust a lot of things to my mother now. So it's her, like, this is her house now. It's my house, but it's her house. So I just have to be honest about it. I had to change furniture in the living room. I had to do all sorts of stuff. And, the other day I had heard that there's a show that premiered last night. And I said, yeah, don't I have a figure from that show? And, I had completely forgotten about it because, I was so focused on doing stuff for her. And I decided what I'm going to do is just start to take stuff out of boxes and kind of rediscover and have fun with stuff that I already have. But I'm also buying more head sculpts now. Just they're less money. So
just the head sculpts.
Yeah. And,
That's cool.
I do have a lot of bodies, like not just Bison, but I have a lot of, when I say bodies, I mean, just the bodies without the head. I have a lot of them that I've collected over the years. And I'm not upset if two guys have to share the same body. I'm not that upset about it. Maybe I want to see Henry Cavill's head on this character today. And, maybe it's going to be somebody else tomorrow, but I'm not upset about that. I'm fine with it. So it still looks to me like, let's say from my vantage point, it still looks like the character. So I am doing that. I'm also collecting other things as well. Like one figure that I was looking at yesterday, it's a 1/9 scale figure. And I'm like, oh, that's not, 1/6 scale. And this was really the only one that I could get because the one I wanted had sold out. But I bought it so long ago, I hadn't even looked at it. And I started to think I've got to start opening up some of these boxes and just trying to figure out where and when I want to enjoy them. And, just whenever I have the urge to want to buy something, I put it in the cart, but I don't press purchase. I just say I'm gonna.
I put a lot in the cart too, baby, but I don't click it.
But something you all made such a good point about shopping around too, because there are other ways that you can get some of these items either used sometimes or, for less money. I mean, that's another option too. But I have put stuff in the cart and not pressed purchase a lot. I've done that a lot, but it does take me time to figure out whether I want something. And part of the reason why it takes me so long is because the pictures that they take are not good enough for me to make an assessment. So I got to wait till somebody gets it, one of you guys, to get it. And I have to watch that show very carefully and figure out if I really want the figure. Now, I know that sounds insane, but it is the honest truth that sometimes when I don't do that and I get a figure, I'm not happy with it. And that's just how, that's just the break, right? Those are the breaks. But to be honest with you, a lot of what, let's say, the major not every merchandiser, but many of the merchandisers don't display them in a way for me to make that evaluation. So I have to rely on reviews from everyone else as well to make a decision. So a lot of my purchases get delayed. And then if I see it and it's not what I want, I was initially excited about it, but then it may not be the right purchase for me. Now, recently I made a purchase in December. I had points that I had to use. I had to use them. They said they were expiring. So I said, okay, let me use them. And I purchased something that I hadn't actually planned on purchasing it because I was anticipating that there would be a figure released with this character because they were supposed to be coming back. And I said, hey, I'm going to wait for the new one to be released. And I'm going to get that. I said, I'm going to do it on a budget. I said, here's a certain amount of money. And if it takes me a year to get it or 2 years to get it, it didn't matter to me because that's what I was going to do, only to find out that this character may not be coming back. And so I said, okay, I'll use the points to get this character. So this was something very different. I mean, I've been holding on to these points forever and I could have used it to get anything at any time, but it just so happened that this was the moment to make that purchase. But had that not happened, I don't know what would have happened to those points, but I have been very frugal or trying to be very frugal. And I have been buying other things and looking at some of the other things in my collection and enjoying them too. So it's kind of, been working itself out a little differently. Would I have liked to have put another display case in my living room? Yes. Can I? No, because my mother has this massive chair that is taking up the space. It's okay. Display. She's the display. That's how it's going to be. And I just have to, accept that. But, I also force her to watch these reviews. So, I feel like, I'm getting my just deserves because if she doesn't necessarily want to watch this and I'm telling her, no, you have to watch it. And she's like, well, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, well, trust me, it's going to enrich you. You're going to enjoy it. And she ends up enjoying it. But, I figure if I have to sacrifice a little bit, then she has to sacrifice by watching them with me. So there is that. But I've made her part of this whole thing for me. So I bump up, I kind of, ask her a lot of questions about different things. And she'll always tell me, are you sure that's the figure you want? Are you sure that's what you want to purchase? And, a lot of the figures are right where she sits. So she gets like the best view of all of them. And so
that's awesome. Yeah.
I'm almost questioning myself. Did I get this for myself or did I get this for her? Because it's to be right next to all the figures. So I think it's very funny how this thing has worked out. I have display cases in boxes that I can't put together yet because I just cannot assemble them. I'm not going to have the space to put them up for a while unless I have some major changes. But you know what? The cases are going to be there. My figures are still here. It's all okay. And I'm fine with it. But I am purchasing more head sculpts now than ever before. And I kind of like the head sculpts. I mean, who knows what will happen in the future, but at least I have the likeness of the person's face going forward, and it is less money. And I do like third-party figures too. So that's something that I'm really big on purchasing as well. So the alternative figure.
You should put out a video of your head sculpt collection. I'm kind of like interested in seeing Positive Fandom's head sculpt collection. Come on.
All right, I'll do it. I mean, I only did like a short figure. It's not really a 1/6 scale figure, but I did a view of some of the Last of Us figures that I had. And I bought these things like maybe 2 years ago. I never showed anybody that I had them, but I figured the series is coming out. Let me show people what I have. And so I enjoyed
perfect timing.
It's you know what I mean? But I had not even planned on doing that. And I said, yeah, I've got to start sharing some of what I have, but it was in the box and no one had even seen it. It's a 1/9 scale, but it doesn't matter. I still enjoy it. So I'm looking for alternatives and ways to enjoy different things as well. When it's right. It's the sculpt. I think there are figures from the video game, not from the television show, but so I look at alternatives too. I still buy Barbie dolls. I know you guys do that. But I do. So I still buy that, and they're relatively inexpensive. The Barbie film is coming out. So for some,
you had a couple of Star Wars Barbies just not too long ago, a few years ago. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. So I still have, figures like that in my collection, if you will. So sometimes I'll go to alternatives too. Sometimes I'll like that. And for example, there's I noticed that we still don't have any figures of the Dora Milaje. So Disney put out a Dora Milaje figure. It's $50 for their figure. It kind of looks like a Barbie doll, but the clothing looks spectacular. Like it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
nice.
And I got it for my mother and for myself. And I'm thinking, this is what I'm enjoying. This is, it's not a 1/6 scale figure,
Mhm.
but I'm enjoying it. So that's another kind of twist to all of this is that ideally I would like all 1/6 scale figures, but I can't always get them.
Mhm.
And when I can't get them, I get something else sometimes if I can. So yeah, but
Good
it's
stuff.
my mother's, it's her house now. It's all on her. So she's she's
Yeah.
ruling the list right now, but it's okay because I'm enjoying spending time with her and doing that. But it does have an effect over everything else, obviously.
Well, no, those are, I'm telling you, great stuff out of them. And Mario, it's looking like, everybody here has had a little bit of a different story. And I
Yeah.
think it's great for everybody in the chat to hear the different things that we're going through in the midst of this current, economy. And a single star writer puts up freeze dried Maxwell House instant coffee in a jar now costs $7. I used
Oh
to
my
do
God.
$4. Well, look, songwriter
Mhm.
guys, it's like almost $30 for that thing you get in for Dunkin' Donuts, that coffee, that pound of coffee. I mean, it used to be like, I don't know, $14.99. So I'm like, it's doubled. It's doubled, Mario. It's crazy.
Do they still have the
Yeah.
no frills aisle? Remember the no frills aisle? Does that still exist?
Don't know.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know.
Don't know,
Yeah.
honestly.
Don't know. But
We need it back.
I don't know. Mario, no frills though, with your collection. All right. So I know I heard some of it the other, other night on Mafia show of what you're doing, but in
Yeah.
general, how's this affecting you, baby?
Well, man, first and foremost, I'm in Southern California, man. So I mean, it's already expensive enough as it is. So I've already kind of like adapted, for the most part. I mean, inflation is bad, yeah. When gas is like damn near $6 a gallon, and trying to fill up a freaking 24-gallon tank, it sucks, every couple of weeks. But I mean, stuff like that, groceries on top of it as well. You might finding yourself getting a lot more for paying like way less or way more and getting way less. But to be honest, man, I mean, like what everyone has said, as far as like being able to shop around and finding those deals and taking advantage of it, yeah, that's been great. But at the same time, I've learned to appreciate what I have. You know what I mean? I mean, we all get excited for the newest releases and everything, and we're all get hyped. Try to figure out a way to get something, whether it's be selling something off or just holding back on other purchases, learning how to sacrifice something, right? But at the same time, it's like I realized like I got a lot of shit, and I really like what I have, and I'm just curating this collection for so long. It's just and this current economy has helped me really appreciate some of that stuff and made me realize that I really don't need this next thing. And I'm also kind of like reevaluating, like I mentioned before on Mafia stream, do I really need to go down the entire line for Star Wars like I really want to do, because it's getting overwhelming, things are getting out of control. But at the same time, it's also it's a learning experience for all of us here, learning patience, amongst other things, and just learning how to deal with learning how to sacrifice, first and foremost, man. So yeah, it's definitely a learning experience though, man. It's yeah.
Well, and I think you bring up a really good point to bounce into to the next topic, because we're talking about how it's affecting us, and I think it's the same way that it's affecting so many people that subscribe to our channels, that follow us, that are in the chat, that collect these toys, and I think also being grateful for what we do have, and like you said, Professor, there, I think that's a good point. I think a lot of us are doing that. And some of us are cutting back, or, like you're saying. I mean, you were basically saying, Mario, hey, there's a lot of new figures out there, but I'm not getting all of them.
Right.
And you have to wonder, though, dude, as I go to Mafia, how's this economy affecting official distributors and retailers at Mafia? I think we know, because, and I think when we open up a conversation, Six Scale Raw, a Six Scale Cantina show, with a sobering conversation like this, maybe it sheds a little bit of light as to, for instance, what's going on Sideshow, for instance, when things are going on Waitlist while they're on pre-order. I hammer this down with different ideas and ways that this, in the market chart show. But I think that since we're all feeling this, I think that the resellers, dude, they're feeling it too.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about, geez, everything that's happened over the past 2 years, just within the community, not outside the real world, that in itself had a big effect on Sideshow in particular, for the rest of us. But then when you factor in the economy, of course, if we're spending less, right, that means they're selling less.
Right.
What does that mean? Well, that means that they're sitting on a bunch of stock. So, break that down. Okay, what does that mean then? Okay, well, they have too much stuff sitting somewhere in a warehouse. Well, who owns it? Well, they lease it. They have to pay for it. It goes down this line of logistics where, they'll eventually be bleeding money of sorts, right? They'll still be okay, but the fact, especially with Sideshow, they don't just sell Hot Toys. They sell everything.
That's right.
They got like 50
do.
different brands of stuff. So, and it's not just, as we mentioned, it's not just Hot Toys that are going up. Statues are going up. Everything's going up. So now you have this giant company with dozens and dozens of different companies distributing to them, or supplying them for distribution, and no one's buying. Not nobody, but you know what I mean? They're not doing it like they used to, So then what happens? They start hemorrhaging all over the place. Yeah. So that's why we're seeing this, That's why we're seeing these lower runs. It's not Hot Toys doing the lower runs. Hot Toys needs to crank out the more figures, the better, because it's cheaper for them through production. So it's not hot. It's never been Hot Toys. Hot Toys is still business as usual because they don't rely just on the United States, right? They have a huge customer base worldwide, especially in Asia. So Hot Toys is still going to make whatever they're going to make, but then Sideshow's just grabbing less because they just simply can't afford to keep losing money. So it's going to be wild, man. Like when this Clone Trooper comes out, since the clone got pushed up, right? Clone Trooper should be out this month. Early February at the latest, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to come out this month.
Oh, you mean the one from the 20th
Attack
anniversary?
Of the Clones 20th, yeah, just the white, right? So, and that's gone. That waitlist is full on Sideshow for months. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the resellers are going to do overseas. Right. I mentioned that Saturday. I think that Trooper is going to be at least $350 overseas because they're not going to sell it cheaper to us when they know we can't get it. It's basic supply and demand. It's basic economics. Exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be crazy going forward, dude.
It is going to be crazy. And on top of that, Sargwriter puts in here, Brother Cousins, the price of plastics have just announced going up for the fiscal year. You have a tariff on aluminum that's affecting aluminum. Forget about your rigid plastics, which affects like the clamshells and things of that, for instance, that you get with some of your Hot Toys. It's there's a limit, and there's only so much, and it costs a whole lot. And it's crazy, Brother Cousins, with this. And I think that it is affecting these companies just like it's affecting us six.
Absolutely. I mean, what it's going to come down to is, and I'm not trying to create FOMO here, and I don't think any of us are. I think it's just the writing is on the wall. These companies, especially like Sideshow and all this, they are getting smaller batches. And that's, been a word around the campfire for, at least the last, 6 months. And it's real. It's real. 2022 was, and all that stuff from 2021, it was here. It was an abundance of that stuff. But from going on from here, if you want it, you got to lock it down. You really got to lock it down at this point. And I would, Anthony is right. Once again, he's right on this, because the whole thing of it is, if you try to get these figures from like overseas or anybody else that's not Sideshow or any official distributor, you're going to pay top dollar. you know,
Mhm.
and I don't want to pay top dollar. It's not sustainable, especially if you're trying to have a collection, especially the abundance of stuff that's coming out. It's not sustainable, you know. I mean, to some people, if you got it like that, hey, that's by all means. If you got it like that, do what you want to do. But I mean, personally, me, I don't want to pay $350, $400 a figure, you know, buying it overseas.
No, it's a waste of money.
It is. It's
Mhm.
financially irresponsible. It really is.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you have to lock it. I think the best bet is to lock it down. Sure, will you wait a little bit longer? Who knows? Maybe Sideshow's been getting these things in quicker. They have been doing that. You know, I think that's why a lot of people, such as myself back in the day, ran, you know, to overseas because we were like, hey man, we were upset about this, you know, the stuff that happened with like not Civil War, but in-game cap, you know, waiting to 6 months to a year, you know, people were
Mhm.
upset about that. So they flocked and they went to overseas.
Mhm.
But you know, now I think Sideshow, I think they're getting these things in much faster. They're going to be doing smaller batches. You're seeing stuff, you know, this waitlist, you know, I think we were all thinking like, is this a game? Is it real? We're going to wait and see. And I mean, I don't know from what I'm hearing from, I think from what we all here are hearing and seeing that they're doing smaller batches because they can't afford to sit on stock. They can't afford to sit on, you know, Infinity War sets of figures like they did with that. They can't do that anymore. So sure,
Well, it's hard to buy. I mean, people aren't even some of the newer ones that they come out with. I feel like that, like for instance, Sideshow's biggest competition is on eBay.
Yeah.
Like Professorial mentioned on Anthony's show the other day. Like when I was talking about the bar, there was a Boba Fett and a throne. I think that Hawk Wars was selling,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
I was like $100 less on retail. They just, I mean, it's a very
Mhm.
recent figure. I mean,
Yeah,
people are
very-
just. I feel like once the people that are going to get it, like me, Anthony, you know, Artem, Lael, Barrio, get it. You squeeze all that juice, and trying to find people that were kind of like, oh, I'm thinking about it. There's not much to think about in this economy for $400 nearly to buy. You're not going to buy it.
Exactly. So yeah, I just think they need to, you know, if you want it, lock it in right now. Lock it in, you know, with the retailer of your choice that's, you know, that's local. And that you'll get the best price for, and just do it like that. I mean, like I said, sure, you know, I mean, it's official. You know, you're going to get it. You know, you're going to get it at you know, at some point. So I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. I think we all got in the thing of getting it quick, getting it fast, and a lot of us did it. Like I did. I still buy. I'm not going to, you know, say that I don't. I buy a couple figures. I just bought my Chrome Mando from Tim Cent.
Mhm.
But you know, and show you the sign of the times where things is. I only paid maybe like $40 more because these figures come out, they sit, and a couple weeks
Yeah.
later,
Even at that low, they only made 3,000 supposedly of that
yeah,
because they advertise that. It's good stuff, Jay.
no.
Mhm.
Lael, let's go to you, and I'm going to pull this up. Certainly comment on that last question, which goes into this, and you know whatever you want. But a pre-order sitting wait list really a bad thing, which is kind of what Anthony and brother Cousins were alluding to here, honestly. And here's the thing, because you know Jay mentioned, you know, it's not about you know, we're trying to promote FOMO, and I agree because you still have a window, for my estimation, even on the lowest one. These are still going to be up for pre-order for 3 to 7 months
Mhm.
before they go out. Not 3 to 7 minutes, not 3 to 7 hours, 3 to 7 days, 3 to 7 months.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's still a long time to decide if you're going to get it because you're typically, the way I'm seeing it right now, you're not going to get that low stock warning till around the 6 month mark for everything that was put out by May 4th, around that time. It's not going to come
Mhm.
up in 6 days. But I don't, is it a bad thing, Leo? Is it really a bad thing?
For a business, no, I don't think it is because they have to really protect their investments, bro. Like I mean, the company itself, to stay afloat, there's certain sacrifices, certain things they have to do. On top of that, like, I mean, I kind of sympathize with any company who is sitting on dead stock. Like literally, if you can't move it, you can't make room for anything else. If you're sitting on stuff that you've been sitting on for like over 4 or 5 years and it hasn't moved, like, yeah, I mean, you have to do what you got to do. And the thing is, you got to really think and be selective. What figures can you gauge and say, okay, this is going to sell versus this figure that will probably sit for a while, which right now, during the economy and the way we see, everything is liable to sit. Nothing's safe. Like we talk about, oh, this a move. Oh, now that a move. Nah, nothing's safe. Not one single piece that you think out there is nothing is safe. A lot of these pieces will sit, or you'll be able to find them later. You know what I mean? That's just the name. It's the way things go. But as far as a business is concerned, I don't think it's a bad, process or policy to follow. Like Sideshow simply has to protect themselves, like they do. You know what I mean? How many years? Like literally, that Infinity War Thanos came out how long ago? Right, a long time ago, right? So, but it went to waitlist how many years ago? Right. So if you look at that, they were sitting on that thing for the longest time, bro. I remember they couldn't give it away. They gave it away to me though, but they couldn't give it away. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like they really, 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 really have to protect themselves, and I understand that. From it's looking at it from a business sense. I buy toys from Underground. I work with Hawkworth. I work with Marco. I work with Sideshow. You know what I mean? When I don't work with them, I'm just saying as far as getting figures and stuff like that. But I'm saying, like, if I'm thinking about these businesses, I'm like, yo, long term, they have to stay afloat. And I understand that. I much rather, honestly, on some real ish, and this is just me being me right now, I'd rather give my money to local services and companies over here than to pay overseas prices right now. I'm sorry, I'm just not willing to do that anymore. You know what I mean? To see those prices hiked or the shipping hiked, I'm not trying to do that. So I'm patient enough to say, once a figure is released, if I have to wait a couple months to get it, okay, so be it. I'm not reviewing anything. I still have a stack of damn figures over here that I get made fun of for that I haven't actually gone through. You know what I mean? Still yet that I'm trying to get through. So again, I don't really think that it's a bad thing. I think that if you really here's what makes waitlist or hitting waitlist bad. Mm-hmm. What makes it bad is when people promote, and I'm honestly, because this is what happens when people promote the blue screen. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say that is because you're forcing the hand of individuals to say, oh, maybe this is something important. Maybe I'll just get it. Maybe if you didn't, we always talk about this. If it's something that you do not want, I'll say this: if you do not want it, don't get it.
Absolutely.
Like literally.
Exactly.
Because don't do that. Because here's the thing, chances are if they release a figure, right? If you have to think about it, if you're like, I don't know, let me think. You didn't want that.
You didn't want it.
Nope. You didn't want it. But if they release something and you want that, like I know I want Fennec. I knew once they released that Wonder Woman today, I want that. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know I want Fennec. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know what I'm going to get.
That's what I'm saying, because I know which figures that are out there that I really, really want. So that's what I'm saying. Don't fall for it. Like literally don't, because I don't want to see anybody broke. I really don't. I don't want to see anybody broke. And I know that if I go through Sideshow, at least say what you will, and I know I have some gripes sometimes, but the customer service is on point. I know I can actually send my stuff back and get what I need if I have a problem.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
You feel me? So I'm protected there. So that's worth the wait for me. Now, if I can get a deal overseas, you got to search for them. If it's something within your budget and you can get with especially when it comes to shipping, then do that. But you just got to really be smart. But yeah, I don't think that the hitting wait list, I mean, right now, with the way economy is, companies have to protect themselves, and I'm fine with that. And chances are, some of those figures that hit wait list is something I didn't want. If I didn't already pre-order it, if I didn't put my hands on it, then I didn't want it. Plain and simple. Right. Or I can just find it somewhere else. But I'm not going to get mad anymore if it hits wait list.
Well,
you know what I mean?
No, it's great thoughts there, Leo. And I'm going to jump to Mario before I go to on her thoughts. Mario, because I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Leo brings up a great point. You're either going to get the figure or you're not going to get the figure. Don't fall into, oh, I really wasn't going to get it anyway, but because it's going to be rare, let me go get it now. And now you're putting yourself in a stressful situation.
Sure.
However, if you knew you were going to get it and you're just messing around or you're waiting, for that infamous bargain bin. Like, yeah, I'm going to get it, but I know I'm going to be able to get it in 3 or 4 years. It's spectacular. I kind of get a feeling, at least right now, bro, those days are over, which I know I've talked to you is a good thing, because I was getting to the point where it was like every figure I'm buying, Bo-Katan, Echo, Boba and the Throne. I'm like, well, if they're making so many of these and they're all going to be like the Beskar Mando, like what Jay was saying earlier in the show, and I'm going to have to lose 75 retail on it, and I'm going to have to pay shipping, and I'm going to have to pay taxes. I don't buy these to invest like a 401k, Mario. But I don't want to lose my arse that much. I buy it because I want it. That's why I got the darn Beskar Deluxe Mandalorian. I know that I knew that they were gonna make a lot of that. I wasn't gonna get my money back at that. But I don't want to do it with the next 50 damn hot toys, brother. I just don't want to. So I feel like with this dude, collectability is coming back. That's certainly, I believe, a good thing. What say you?
Yeah, I've always agreed with that sentiment, man. You know that. I mean, when there's too much of something, then it just loses the collectability, and then it's not really a good thing for a healthy secondary market, which is really neither here nor there. But as far as like waitlists hitting early, I mean, it can be a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing for the obvious reason that you just mentioned in regards to keeping the collectability, right? More announcements, lower runs. It keeps collectors in check to what they really want. But what if there's something like, I don't know, like some of us could be, I don't want to say necessarily on the fence, but what if I'm like waiting, like for instance, for Sideshow, right? I'm waiting for some points to clear, right? And I'm just waiting just for that, where I want to apply some more money for it, just to try to get that little bit of a discount, right? Mm-hmm. Or if I got too much going on, within the months leading up to right before the figure goes waitlist, and then I just never got a chance to order it. It's not that I didn't want it. It's just that I was kind of strategizing a little bit to apply some of those rewards, or just trying to make, I know it's only $20-$30, sometimes, but sometimes that matters to some of us, right? That are really on a budget. And I just never got a chance to order it. So that in its own kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. I'm talking with a friend of mine right now who's a statue collector that's starting to get into Hot Toys. Mm-hmm. And they are interested in the in anything that basically George Lucas had his hands on, original trilogy and prequel trilogy. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for him, the Attack of the Clones wave is pretty much gone, sold out, waitlisted.
It's gone, baby.
Yeah, it's absolutely gone. So that's another thing that could be, I don't want to say problematic, but it doesn't really suit well for newer collectors that are just coming in and just, experiencing the waitlist. Well, shit, I wanted this figure, it's gone, I can't get it now. So that's where I can sympathize with that, as well. So yeah, it really is a double-edged sword sometimes, man. I just recently, experienced with that with somebody, so really difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Hoth's Hotel Hero says, good stuff, Mario. 6 game minutes out of them until halftime. And you have to wonder, are we going to be just a little bit excited for the Mandalorian season 3 and for these two guys?
All right. But this is the last time.
I'm starting to feel a little bit of the chills, because this is going to be coming, and I'm waiting to see what Favreau and Filoni and Disney are going to reveal in this trailer that's coming up. But listen, comment on whatever you'd like about wait lists, and I think you're doing a great job on these prices. But I want to hear from you on how excited you are for this Mandalorian season 3, because I know you talk a lot about it.
Oh my goodness. Well, yes, I'm incredibly excited for it. And I have a lot of concerns, obviously, for Grogu and how he's going to be treated here. I don't want them to fool around with him too much. I want them to maybe not do some things they did in, let's say, during the book of Boba Fett. I think we need to step away from some of the treatment there and to kind of focus more on actual character development for him. And the Mandalorian, Din, needs to do other things going forward. Bo-Katan, I don't even know what to think about the relationship there because, she is a character that really cares about herself. And I don't get the sense that she cares about a lot of the other Mandalorians. And she's so focused on this goal that I don't see her being the type of person who would compromise. And unfortunately, if she butts heads with with Din, I think it'll be interesting. But I don't know whether I want Grogu to even get into this fight. I want him to grow like a normal person that he is. He's already had to stick his hand out a number of times and do stuff.
But
Can't he just
he's not normal though. I mean, you know what I mean?
normal
He's
for
like,
him? Yes. Can't he just have some peace and be, the developing person that he can be without have kind of like being interfered with and fooled around with? I'm just saying.
no, you bring up a great point with that, Artem, because I feel like Disney has this piece, this Infinity Stone,
Sorry.
this awesome freaking gold nugget, and if they go the wrong way, because like you said, you just said you want to see Grogu have that opportunity, and how attached our other fathers, mothers, people are attached to Grogu all over the world. They have to do this right. Can you even imagine, Artem, if they put Grogu, they age him, and it's like the first Sonic, which they didn't do, and they have to wait to, reread. Could you? It could happen. Don't think that they're not thinking about that right now because they can't mess this up. It's interesting that you just brought that up. It's just because I know they're doing it.
They absolutely have to do some screen tests in how he looks because they haven't always hit the mark with development pictures and everything. That has to be just right. He has to look a certain way, and I'm just saying that some of their earlier productions production drawings of Grogu were not quite what I thought it would. And I have a friend who actually drew a picture of Grogu as an older person for me. It's so funny you should say this. And I think that that's what he will look like when he gets older. Of course, we don't know, but I just didn't think anybody would even be thinking about this other than me. But yeah, they have to treat him correctly. And, this is honestly, he could have just sat this season out. This should be a Mandalorian war. That's what we should be seeing in the Mandalorian season 3. That's just how I feel about that. And, let's find out what's going on with the state affairs of those guys. It's incredibly complicated. And, let's see how they're going to kind of mess around with things going on. But yeah, Grogu needs some time off and, just let him be himself. Let him explore the Force. I mean, that's what I think Studio Ghibli is going in the direction where he is kind of exploring the Force now a little bit more than he was before. Having some time with Luke has made him contemplate this, trying to figure out where that's going to be in his life. He has to find that balance. He hasn't found that balance yet. He's still asking, Mando to go like at light speed whenever he taps on the glass. He hasn't found a balance with the Force yet. He's still enjoying himself and playing around. Let him grow up first.
What if he goes dark?
That's okay.
You're okay if he goes dark.
Yes.
If he becomes Darth Grogu.
Yes.
All right.
I'm still gonna love him. Even if he's a bad guy, I'm still gonna love him.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. It'd be exciting. Well, Anthony, as we pivot to you, and Artem sets this up, and everyone's looking forward to this trailer. What is your biggest wish want for Mando season 3? Now, I bring this up in this context because there's a lot of things that we're expecting, right? And there's a lot of things that maybe we wish they did in season 1 or season 2, or things we wanted, or things that we know that we want them to improve or do differently, or maybe dive into in season 3? And it doesn't have to be one thing, but what is it that you're looking for in the Mandalorian season 3? A, B, give me your thoughts, baby. Are you excited about the trailer coming up here today?
I am excited. I just want it to be good. Like realistically, season 1 and season 2 are awesome.
Whoa.
I'm hoping.
I'm
Wow,
sorry.
look at that.
Look at that.
It's my friend Eric Rodriguez drew it. That's Grogu when he gets older.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Cool.
awesome.
Pretty cool.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
To show it to you because we were talking about. Sorry, Anthony.
No. Go ahead. No, it's fine. That's fine. No, that is really cool looking though. I just want it to be good, and I want to see some more Luke if he's supposedly supposed to be around, and any kind of. I know it's wishful thinking, but maybe not because they brought in Luke. But anything that would tie in or connect more to the original trilogy would be kind of cool. I thought that was really cool that they brought in Luke in season 2. So who knows what they'll do, But as long as the story's tight, I really like season 1 and 2. So as long as they keep that same energy, right? Then I think it's going to be great. I didn't finish Andor yet. I still need to watch it. I know everybody's saying the story was really good. So, I'm going to give that one a pass since I haven't seen it yet. But, season 2 was awesome, but it's been a while,
For
and
how
then
popular it is, it's crazy, isn't it, dude?
I know, but it's like I'm hoping it still holds that, right? Because then we got Book of Boba Fett, and then we got Obi-Wan, and they were both, they're all right. So Mando should be that's their, what's the word I'm looking for? That's their flagship, show. So I'm hoping it stays just as consistent as the first 2. So I'm stoked. I want to see where it's going, but more Luke too, and anything OT that they can weave in would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm right with you, dude. And Jay, bouncing right to you with that same question to you. When Anthony's talking about OT, Han Solo's around at that time. A lot of people thought he was going to pop up with Chewbacca and Book of Boba Fett. We got Boba Fett, we got Luke, we got some OT love with this Mando series. Is it possible we get some other love from other characters in here? And your thoughts on Darth Grogu too? And what is your biggest wish?
Oh man, I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible that we can get more, OT characters, thrusted in this. I think that would be cool. Personally, what I would like to see, I'm excited for it, and I would definitely like to see more Luke, in the telling of that story. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's going to be exciting. I think they're going to knock it out the park. I definitely want to see like Mandalore, and I want to see that whole power struggle between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin and see how that works, because that's like, it's like, yeah, he has the Darksaber now, and she had a claim to it. So it's like, what happens there with that? Like, oh, hijinks ensue. It's gonna be real fun to see, to see all that. I don't want them to age Grogu. That scares me because
I don't think they will yet, but they eventually will someday.
I
hope they don't yet.
Someday,
I hope
because
they don't yet.
like 50, if he's 50 now, and if he's if he is 100, he'll still be kind of like a toddler at that time, and then that's like a generation of people that's older. So but they got time to tell that. They do have time to tell that story, maybe someday, but right now keep him a baby. That's where the money is, and I think that's what they'll do. But yeah, I can't wait. We've been waiting for this. I think this is their, as Anthony was saying, this is their flagship show. So I think they're going to knock it out the park. I think it's going to be fun, and I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm real excited too. Some really, really good thoughts there, my friend. And remember, everybody, you are watching Six Scale Raw here at the 2-year anniversary show of Six Scale Cantina. Make sure, if you haven't already, smash that like button right now. And look, we're kind of talking about the Mandalorian season 3 trailer that's supposed to air during halftime. So could anyone tell me here at the panel or in the chat, Are we at halftime yet? Because I'm just paying attention to the live show. I know sometimes
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, when it does, I'm going to move my chair off to the side. We're going to zero in on the TV, and we're going to get our live reactions, and we're going to come back. Lael, Mandalorian season 3, dude. I know you and Mario and others talk about this on, Uncivilized Scoundrel. I know that you've had some thoughts. There's a whole. I'm just so excited. I really think that this season is going to be the best. I think Favreau and Filoni know, Lael, that they're going to outdo themselves from season 2. I'm really excited about this because I think they're going to tie in. Someone mentioned Lando in there because I mentioned Han. I think there is a Lando series that's looming. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea to do these things. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited about what's going to happen. What are your thoughts?
You know what? What I want, all I want is all out war. That's it. I just want to see all out war.
Mandalore.
And yeah, War of Mandalore itself. I want to see, pretty much, the remains and what's left over after Night of 1,000 Tears. You know what I mean? Like I want to see, what it was, what was the casualty, what was it, what type of stronghold that the Empire had at that point, over, Mandalore. That's definitely what I'm looking for. They just advertised it just right now about the halftime show Mandalore. They just advertised it. It hasn't dropped yet, but it's about to. But I want to see that. That's mainly what I'm looking forward to. And whatever else happens. Especially I want to see what the deciding factor between Bo-Katan and Den himself. I want to see what role does the armor play in this as well, because there's that story that needs to be told, and I just I don't want to go into it with high expectations. I just want to wait and see what we're going to get. That's where I'm at. I just can't wait and see what we're going to get because I'm excited about it. And I mean, I know like everyone when we talk about this, it's like, all right, the figures. What figures are we gonna get from it? I can't wait to see what we're gonna get. A whole bunch of Mandalorian figures. Honestly, you know what I would love to see?
Frog Lady. Come on, baby. Lael, you know you would. You know you would get that figure.
I would too. I would actually seriously love to see Den go back and claim leadership of the Death Watch. I would.
Oh, wow.
I would love to see him do that. It'd be like, you know what I mean? I would love to see that, bro. That would be incredible.
It's funny you bring that up because part of me believes, and I don't know about Favreau and Filoni. They are consulting with Lucas. I don't really believe. I don't know that he's going to wind up being the ruler of Mandalore, but the Watch. I don't know. That seems. I get a little bit of a hunch that I could see Grogu somehow just coming of age and being like, "I'm the damn ruler of Mandalore. Give it to me." Because someone put in here, I really wanted him to take the lightsaber. I really did. But you didn't see him take anything. Is the point? Mm-hmm. You didn't see him take anything. They left it open on purpose.
Yeah, true. They did.
But did we find out who took Grogu from the temple? Maybe they'll tell us.
Didn't yet.
We never found that out yet. I hope. I mean, I think, I don't know. Maybe they were waiting for this season to tell us who took him or us to find out, who it was.
And that's what I was hoping to see. That was actually my answer for that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we will. It could have been any Jedi at this particular point. Who knows? How that would have actually played out. Could be ZZ Top. Who knows? Like we'll just I'm just messing with Mario. I'm messing with Mafia. But that's definitely what I want to see. And I just want to see some surprises because I think, I think the question is because the rumor mill is if we thought Luke's appearance. And if we thought all these other appearances were huge, wait till we see this season. And I'm like, wow, okay. So when you say that, you better bring something. But I'm just willing to wait. But here's the thing. This is what I'm wondering, bro. I'm wondering if Hot Toys is going to give us another Bo-Katan, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
I think
Because her hair is
we
longer.
have, we're getting
Oh,
again.
baby.
Her hair is longer.
Imperial on the Mandalorian throne or something. like
Her
that.
hair is much longer. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's something that remains to be seen. We just got to kind of wait and see. I'm hoping that, you know, Boba gets in on the fray and just reclaims his you know, his testosterone and gets back into it. You know what I mean? Like I want to see
That's
that.
what I heard. Didn't they say that because everybody was making fun of him? You know.
I hope so.
And then
I definitely hope so.
Because you know, I remember reading some article like that, and they were like, "Okay, we need to redeem Fett again."
Yeah.
So
I want to see the you know, the heavy Mando, you know, come down, lay havoc, and then finally take off his helmet and reveal, you know, that it's been Mario the whole time combing his beard after he's already slaughtered a whole bunch of people. Like he slaughtered the whole land, so he got his foot on like he's doing like the Captain Morgan pose on somebody while he's combing his beard, bro. I want to see that.
I need that. I really need that figure now.
Right now, right?
Right.
I want to see that.
Yeah, let's make it happen now.
So, gang, they got to redeem him from
Yeah, they do.
the awesome first 4 episodes
Yeah.
of the Book of Boba Fett. Is this what you mean, Anthony?
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor.
Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
You know, the first time I watched that, I thought that was Pedro Pascal with the mustache and a hat right there, like ringing him up.
I was trying to figure out actually who that was, the guy.
Yeah, like the
behind
very first time I
counter
watched,
there.
I was like, "What the hell is that Mando?" Like,
Dude, you bring up
but,
a great point because they had to bring in the Mando and Grogu, and then it like skyrocketed that show. But it was really the Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
yeah, yeah. They just need to give him good writing because it's Boba Fett. Like, so I think I hear he's gonna be playing a bigger role. I hope.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. They still haven't had a word on a season 2 for him, so
Yeah.
Well, you guys are talking about who took Grogu from here.
I just saw it again. I just saw it again.
2
Dude.
Jedi with lightsabers.
No, somebody slid in the frame before it went down. You could see it through his eyes.
Yes.
I just saw it.
With the
I saw
clip
it
I
again.
played?
Yeah,
Or with another clip?
it was that clip you just now
Roll
played.
it again.
Did you see
I
it?
think I saw something there. Yeah.
Now, I know it's not just me, man.
Kind
I don't know. Maybe.
of like Leal in a robe.
Ah, that'd be dope. Maybe it was me, man.
All I just saw was
You
a
know,
beanie and glasses and a Jedi robe, and I don't know, man.
It could have been
Looking at Grogu,
anybody.
like, get your punk ass in the back. Let's go.
Yo.
Hey, it could have been this guy, gang.
You underestimate my power.
Can you imagine?
That'd be interesting.
That would be really like crazy.
Yeah, who could it be, man? I don't know. As long as it ain't the Bespin gang, man, I'm good.
No problem. Yeah, seriously, please, never again, please.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Please let it be the next politician that's going to be the Dark Lord of the Sith.
What's going on here? I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave. And so it is.
Let me
And
ask
so
a
it
question
is.
real quick, because I didn't think about this. Like, is anybody getting the or anybody on this panel getting those repainted, updated clones?
I am not.
You know,
I don't think so.
Mario, you?
I don't think so.
I haven't pre-ordered anything yet. If that
Yeah,
answers
yeah.
your question, so we'll see.
Got you.
I
You, Eric?
Go ahead,
may,
baby.
I may because I got rid of my others. So
You mean the ones from the anniversary line, or the
The ones,
from
the
the
ones that they,
Kenobi show.
yeah, from the Kenobi show that they released with that, when they showed us Anakin, and everybody was speculating, or we're still
No.
speculating whether or not they're going to give us a reissue of that figure.
501st?
Yeah, 501st. Yeah.
No, and I tell you what, dude, it didn't do really well. Hasn't done really well best-selling wise. I mean, it didn't even crack the top 10, that figure.
Wow. See,
And it's a trooper, though, and it's a 501st.
maybe it's just because people are just like, yo, it's too many right now, or there's too much coming.
I think.
I mean, there's going to be a storm coming. I'm telling you, within the next couple months, with Celebration, with 20th anniversary, there's going to be something coming, man. For
I
real.
think with that with those 501st, I don't understand why they just didn't make that a 2-pack. Because I think people would grab those, especially like people just getting into them, like, oh crap, these are here, and they just could have got a 2-pack, and there you are, you got your troopers right there. That would have made more sense.
Oh yeah, and look at Bo-Katan sitting up there strong. That's what I'm talking about, boy. That figure's amazing.
I tell you what, when you look at these prices, as we're talking, everybody in here, smash the like button. 6 Scale Raw. We're trying to wait for the trailer of the Mando. I believe it is halftime now, right, guys?
13 seconds.
13 seconds. When it comes on, we will keep this on, but I will zero in on the TV.
And Tom Brady's getting smashed right now. 18 nothing.
Tom Brady getting smashed.
Yeah, bro. Dallas is smashing them right now. It's crazy.
Who's getting smashed more, Brady or our wallets? You look at this up over here. But look, you know, as we're talking about the Mando and talking about this, talking about figures, 279, 279, 238 for the battle droid, 279 for Anakin, 270 for Padme. Not bad. And you know what's interesting about this? I'm going to go to Mario first, but everyone chime in. You look at Bo-Katan is 285. All 5 figures above it are lower. Are Hot Toys or Sideshow making some changes? Go ahead, talk about it, baby. That's what
I hope so. I mean, I definitely hope so, man. I mean, considering with today's inflation, it'd be a nice. It'd be nice to see, you know, just to go ahead and treat us to these lower prices. I would like to think that, but I'm sure just like over time, it's really difficult to say, man. Because the price ranges, like we see, was it Cobb Vanth going for a little over 300?
He's $300. Why are they?
Yeah,
I feel like they're like, I don't know if it's licensing or they're like, hey, people are buying, we better lower these. Take a hit ourselves right now.
So it's really more for the Mandalorians.
What's that?
Is it more for? It seems like it's just more for like the Mandalorians. Any of the Mandalorians, you're gonna pay a little bit more for because I guess they come with helmeted heads. They come with a head sculpt. A lot of them come with head sculpts.
Well, I think it was just because it was earlier, and what they're doing is they're slightly lowering the price a little bit. Anchor and adjust, right? They went up high, we get used to it, and then they bring it back down a little bit, and then we're like, ooh, we're getting a deal. You know what I mean?
But a lot of those Jedi don't come with accessories. I mean, they don't come with that many accessories, right?
Just a few hands and there's a lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean, look here. A Cobb Vanth is 300. You guys see that on the screen?
Yeah.
But Oscar Reeves right next to him is 270
with a head sculpt
and a helmet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he has a helmet too because he's got Boba's. But
Scout Trooper looking nice at 230.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know if his head sculpts go that low, baby.
Yeah, man, it'd be nice to see, but yeah, I would like to think that they would continue this trend. I mean, we're on condition right now for 280, which is, it is what it is. But where's the point to where you guys think that we'll all be priced out in a sense where we're going to see like a regular character? I don't know. We see a Tusken Raider or something like that, and they want 320 for it. I think a lot of us are going to say nope.
Yeah, that'll be too much.
No, but I'm cool with these prices though. 280, 279.
No.
And for some good figures too, man. Mace.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Bo-Katan right here. She's fun. She's fun to pose up.
She's definitely a decent figure,
Anakin, dude, for 279 with the work they put in that portrait. That's man, that's a decent deal.
Dude, even this here is not bad for a DX with all you get.
Really isn't.
Right, considering this is the deluxe version with that extra head sculpt, swappable pieces for the battle damage and everything.
I mean, look at all you get.
Another
there,
base. You get 2 bases with this thing as well.
It's a great
And a rolling eyeball, man.
Ooh,
Yep.
look at that boy. Look at
Mhm.
that bad
Great
boy
piece.
right there, boy.
like my most anticipated figure for next year.
Yeah, bro.
One of them, dude. One of them.
Straight up. So I'm glad I'm on that El Professional fund.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
I need to
Yeah,
get on
I
that.
I just need a
mean,
deposit.
seriously.
well, and I mean, and even when you go to like
Yeah.
the collector at $295 is
Oh,
not
wow.
bad.
Low
Low stock remaining. Look at
Low
that.
stock. Here we go.
Yeah,
It's been sitting like that for a
I've been
while,
pointing
hasn't
that-
it?
Yeah. Well, see, this is low stock for the regular edition, the collector's edition, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
other one is already waitlisted, right?
Well, you have the deluxe version exclusive.
There's 4,
Wait,
dude. That's the crazy
Yeah,
part,
bro.
right?
exclusive is waitlisted. But those are the ones that had the timers, right? Did you all?
Yeah, those were timed.
Yeah,
So-
those are timed.
For the ones that are just going to get, for lack of a better word, everybody, a non-deluxe, that's the one that's like a low stock warning. And then the deluxe version, that's more expensive, does not. But remember the R2D2 from the Attack of the Clones Wave 2? That didn't have the low stock warning either. And then when they all left, like shortly after, like a day or hours later, it got it and it was gone. And they all 5 of those went together. So I don't know. But yeah, the collector edition already.
Yeah, see, I just feel like they Sideshow took Sideshow got more of a purchase order for Vader. Because this goes back to what I'd always say before, right? Because it's Darth Vader. Like, it's not anybody lesser than Vader or Luke, right? I mean, not to say that, you know, R2 is, but you know what I'm saying? The people usually buy like the main thing, right? And then the other people like us will get all the companion pieces to go together, right? So it's always like, that's why there's always a lot of, you know, Captain America or Spider-Man or Iron Man. People are going to buy that more than they're going to buy Ant-Man, for example, right? I always use an example because even though he's cool, it's not that top tier TV show or movie star. So it's always, those guys are always going to have a little bit more.
Yeah.
Plus he's got 4 SKUs.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have 4 SKUs. And I see the super chats in there. We're going to get to them. 120 watching. Smash that like button. And Arlum, just, you know, some of these figures are coming out. The Darth Vader, the Fennec. I know I've talked to you before. I think you're getting this one or Casca, right? Or maybe both.
I'm getting both. Yes.
I mean, 270. That's and that's what we're getting kind of now. You're seeing some of these prices. I like what they're doing, but this may be the best head sculpt of all time. But then again, I think the Casca is going to be. But then again, I think that Vader we were just looking at,
Right?
is
just
going
got so
to be.
excited for him.
Yeah.
This year's looking good.
Yeah, that Mafia, you getting that Vader, bro?
I am getting the Vader.
Oh, I kind of figured I was gonna say.
See, again, because it's Vader. Like, that's how they get you. Like, I don't mean us as collectors, but just, you know, you think of Star Wars, you're a fan of Star Wars, you're gonna want a Darth Vader in your collection.
If you didn't get it, I don't think Mario's Mario's gonna let you live, bro.
No, probably not. Fine, I have to get that Vader.
He's gonna put a hit out on you, bro.
Do it.
Well, I mean,
Let's go, Mario. What's up?
I don't want to discuss that out loud, bro.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about it.
We got to keep the element of surprise, my guy.
I ain't here alone.
I don't
bro.
know though, because after watching a certain someone's video on this on this panel.
Oh shit! I knew this was gonna come up.
After watching somebody's video, I don't know. If he got that same group putting a hit on you, bro, I don't think you're gonna survive. Hey, somebody rough brother cousins up in that video, bro. I think it was second brother.
A little bit.
OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars, boys and girls, with the $5 drop, says must have all Boba Fett's. Boba Fett is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Jedi Council level panel tonight. Hello, Arlum, and everyone else. Thank you so much for that, OG fan. It is much appreciated.
Trailer's up.
Is the trailer? Is it going on now?
I'm refreshing
I
right now,
can't
man.
Aries, I can't tell, bro.
I'm watching right
Oh, it's
now.
up. All right, let me move over. Let me go to me.
All right. So there was Grief Targa there, right?
I'm going to Mandalore, so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
Wow.
This is the way. There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Oh,
Wow.
you got to be freaking kidding me!
Well, there's some Jedi.
Oh, oh, oh! Here he is. Oh,
This is the way.
Okay, it's up on YouTube now.
hey!
All right.
I thought I heard him talking or do something.
Can't wait for that.
Whoa! All right, let me
I
get
don't
the
know.
headphones
Looks
back
pretty
on.
good, dude.
Damn.
Looks good.
I
Really.
want to know who
looks
them
Oh.
Jedi were.
good. Yeah, really.
Do you think
Post
that
the
was
link in the private chat.
Who are the Jedi? Let me get back to everyone here. We all here?
Yes.
Yeah. It's actually up on
Damn.
I think that
it's
was
actually up on
Yeah,
the-
I
on the
mean-
YouTube.
Yeah, he put it in the private chat. You could probably bring it up, just skip through it. You know, that way you're not getting dinged or anything. We'll just keep it low.
Yeah, let's keep it on mute.
The private chat. Yeah, let me go ahead.
So
And pull that
Mario,
up.
looks like you're gonna get your answer, bro.
I think so.
All right, let's talk.
I mean,
all right.
No,
Thoughts?
what I really
Go.
wanted to see, bro, was that N1 blown up so that everybody doesn't get their hopes up. So
Oh my
Twitch don't
God.
put it out. That's what I really
It's
want to see, bro.
coming.
Come on, Mario. Come on, don't say that.
I got to figure out how do I bring this up on
you
here.
share it as a
Yeah, just share screen or like last time.
All right, let
or
me try.
one
it.
of you guys, somebody has it up already. You can share it, right?
Yeah, I have it. Let me share it. Let me
Yeah,
bring it
share
in.
it. So
Okay,
If
I'll
you
bring
have it,
it in.
and you can bring it up.
Yeah, I can bring
You
it up,
have
man.
to
All I
click
gotta
on
do
it.
is
Do that.
you
do
have to
that,
allow
Mario.
my
Let's see if this works.
okay. Ah,
Okay, let's go.
Does the sound work? Or I don't know. Maybe
I turned it off. I've got it on
we
mute.
don't need it, I guess, right?
Yeah. So we just react to the imagery itself with all
Oh,
the Skittles of Mandalorians.
yes.
Yeah.
Taste the rainbow.
Right?
There's your N1, baby.
Because was he in Coruscant? That's what it looked like.
Oh, looks
Yeah.
like he's psychedelic to him. He's like,
Oh,
oh, he
my
keeps me
God.
so close, just to
There you go.
know everything's gonna be okay.
I wonder if that's really
Hell
Salacious
yeah,
Chrome
he
in that
looks-
tree.
Grief
I
Cargo
hope
looks
it is.
good.
That would be crazy to see if it is. But he blew up with Jabba, didn't he?
Armor.
Hey, somehow the Emperor returned.
Right.
Oh, yeah. and Max Rebo escaped as well. So
Yeah.
Of course, Max
A
Rebo,
5.
billion
Yeah.
lives.
Oh, this looks so damn good.
That looks
March
good.
1st, right? There's Coruscant.
Yeah, see, that looks dope.
Yes.
They're bringing that X-wing pilot back.
What is that?
What is that, dude? Scott.
There you
Oh,
go.
look
Helmet.
at that, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, is that a
That's what-
flashback?
Yeah, return that to rewind that shit,
That's
bro.
what I'm
I
saying.
think
It's the
that's
flashback, bro.
Yeah,
you're
you're
right.
right.
Is
I
it
think
the
that's a
flashback?
flashback.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
we're
the
gonna
flashback.
see
That's a
something.
That's what I'm
flashback.
saying. I think you're going to get your answer. I think
I
this may
know.
give us the answer.
Can I zoom and enhance? No. Let me
Oh,
do
so
it.
you think this is like where Grogu's eyes were there?
Yeah.
the
We pick
It
up
just
from that
this is
point.
another
Yeah, we
just
pick up
another
from that
angle
point.
of
Yeah.
Am I recognizing any of these Jedi? Not right now. I'm trying to. Man, that is. I bet you that is a flashback.
Yeah,
I think it
Gotta
is.
be.
yeah, it has to be a flashback.
Well, we got TIE interceptors now?
Mm.
Or
Mhm.
look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
yep, quite a bit chasing
Ooh.
Yeah,
him.
bro. Look at that, bro.
Look at those
I'm
droids.
telling you.
Oh man, that
telling
is there's a heavy.
There's your heavy.
I'm telling you.
Babu
We got
freak.
Bubble Freak.
Oh,
See, what was that?
yeah. What was that?
It's someone trying to kidnap Grogu.
Grogu just like kicks his.
Oh, they're masked and hooded.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a creature though.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Man.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. This could be dope.
Only on Disney Plus.
Can't wait.
Looks pretty good. We'll see what happens.
It's gonna be incredible.
How
bro.
many freaking Mandalorians can be in this is going to be just sick.
It's gonna be a ton. It's gonna be a ton. It's you know what it looks like. The way he was talking at that point in the very beginning, it seemed like a formation of like a Magnificent Seven type of situation, because you had different factions. You know what I mean? Like it was definitely different factions there, and it's just going to be interesting to see how it plays out. There's so much mystery. I'm telling you, there's so much mystery behind the armor, and I just want to find out what it is, because there's a lot of mystery. But again, yeah, like it definitely looks good. The N1 will not get blown up. No, it won't.
Yeah, well. Return of the Razor Crest, bro.
Yeah.
Let's make it
That
happen.
thing's gone, bro. That thing cratered.
Yeah,
Nope.
nah.
Razor Crest 2.0.
Yeah.
The reissue.
Hell yeah.
And look at everything in the channel here. These
Mhm.
comments. Give me all the Mandalorians from Charlie. Hoff's hometown hero. I can't wait.
Mhm.
All everybody like getting all excited about this.
That could be, yeah. That is probably Anakin coming in and like, well, did he though? Well, we don't really know, I guess, right? Like,
he could kill probably all those Jedi, Anthony. He
Sure.
maybe himself.
Yeah.
because we didn't get to see that. We just seen him kind of come in and wipe out all the kids, and that was it.
That's what I was
Like
gonna
the
say.
Revenge
Well,
of the
what
Sith.
if? What if they tie it to the Kenobi show? We see Reva and they're getting stabbed, and then he goes to the next room and
think
grabs
it will.
Grogu or something.
Right, it's like that same scene. It's this like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Order
man.
66 scene, essentially.
Yeah, I think they'll connect all that. Yeah, that
I
makes
just
sense.
can't wait to see it, man. Finally, I'm telling you, we were talking about it just now. Like, I think that's we're going to definitely get an answer to that. And again, they are selling that R5, bro. They are
I
selling
know,
that
that's what I was thinking.
R5.
I was like,
They are really selling that R5 for that N1 Starfighter.
They are.
it's
Darius,
coming,
play the clip.
Mario.
Play the clip. Play the clip. Play the clip.
Let me stop pause for you.
Hey, I gotta get to the clip. I'm just so okay. The clip. Where's the damn clip?
Where's the clip?
There it is, baby.
And I say no.
Dude,
Yo.
I'm so excited. Can you just imagine? Here's my thoughts. Everyone's excited about this. And I hear this so often. And I think some of you told me this too. But it's going to be really hard to execute. I think I'm going to stay away from the Mandalorian and just collect OT. Because if this season turns out to be like, holy crap. Oh my God. You're going to kind
I'm
of
waiting, man. I'm waiting, bro. It's patience. It's patience. We'll watch it, and then I'll see.
How many figures, though, dude?
It's going to be a ton. This is the Mandalorian,
It just depends
bro.
on which ones you want, right?
Man, we were over here talking earlier about how the economy is affecting our wallets, and now we're all excited about ordering a bunch of figures. Come on,
because
man.
we're
How they get us. That's how they get us.
Yeah.
All right, so here we're going to do, because I'm going to end this at 10 o'clock, but we're going to go to my favorite segment of Six Scale Raw. Panel up close.
Love it.
Final thoughts on the Mando Season 3 trailer. And since Brother Cousins loves it.
Yes. Hey.
Oh, baby, you're up close.
Yes. Final thoughts, man. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. I can't wait for it. And yes, we're getting that M1 Starfighter. I'm sorry, Mario. We're getting it. We are going to get it. We're going to get it.
He's a pimp.
And I say no.
Hey, Jay, pop your collar. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh shit.
Jay, I agree with you, baby. I think we're gonna get the Starfighter. I think we're gonna get hammered.
Yeah.
Yes, I gotta do it in my Lando voice. Then that you put over the pen music. I'm gonna tell you all like this. We're gonna get one Starfighter. I don't know what Mario's talking about, but I know
get that baby boy.
we're gonna get
Hell
that.
yeah.
Oh yes, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
well,
boy.
listen.
Yeah, buddy.
Up close. Well, the 1/6 scale man.
What's up?
Thoughts on Mando 3?
I agree with Jay. We're gonna get that M1 Starfighter. No, I mean, no, I do agree. We're gonna get that M1 Starfighter. I'm telling you, it's coming. No, my final thoughts is, man, like, it looks incredible.
Not gonna happen, man. Not gonna happen, man.
We're definitely gonna get it, bro. Watch, you just wait and see. But no, I think we're gonna get it. But no, man, it looks incredible, bro. Like, I mean, literally, man. What, March 1st? They're saying March 1st.
Yeah, March 1st,
and that's
man.
the thing. It's preparation, bro. Like, it is a beautiful thing because it's in preparation. They're dropping it March 1st, which is a month before Star Wars Celebration, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, literally, that's incredible. It is incredible. I cannot wait. You know, the thing is, it's like, I definitely want to be pleasantly surprised, man. So I'm ecstatic about that, man. What we're seeing so far, I'm telling you, that trailer's going to be watched. You can actually, what I like about these trailers is that, you know, once they drop, I like to go on YouTube like a couple hours later and watch like the mashup reactions when they have people reacting to like the trailer. I like watching those. It's fun to watch because it's like the reveals, if there's a reveal. But yeah, man, that Grieve Karga looks good, bro.
Man,
the tailoring on that that robe looks good. They got to give us a Grieve Karga, bro. If y'all listening, make sure you give us a Grieve. I'm all in. I'm definitely all in.
Did you
on
say
this.
you want Hot Toys to give us a Grieve Karga?
Yes.
And I say yes.
Hell yeah. That's what we're gonna get. It's gonna happen. I believe it. So I do want to see that. As whatever you can actually give us from this, I definitely want to see. You know what I even want to see? I want to see a helping hand, bro. I want to see, literally, this is just throwing it out there, and then that's just not going to happen. But I'm just saying, I want to see some de facto clones come back to help out, bro. Straight up, I would love to see that. Man. That would be incredible. Yep. That would be dope. Like clones that have been dispatched and hiding, they just come back to help out, bro. Like I would love to see that, man. If you see like Tamora Morrison's head sculpt on different clones, like the different, you know what I mean? That would be incredible. I would love to see that, man.
Dude,
that would go nuts.
Well, I got inside information that TK FOMO is going to be one of those.
Yo.
Good stuff, Leo. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Who should I put up next? Let us go.
Mario, because he doesn't believe in M1. Put him up.
Not gonna happen. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. No. Look, man, I just went back and around the tape, and it appears that those TIE interceptors are chasing a different ship that does not look like the N1. So
who says Mando's in it?
We'll have to wait and see, right?
Do you think, Mario,
we'll have to wait and
they
see.
blow the N1 Starfighter out of the sky?
Out of the sky! All fighters!
And I say, yeah. Definitely, man. Please make it so. Make it happen. No, this is an exciting trailer, man. I know we're all like pumped. I mean, March 1st, right around the corner.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't neglect. Did you guys watch the latest Bad Batch episode?
Yes.
How good was that? Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, you guys gotta watch it. It was
you gotta
so
watch
good.
it, bro. It was so dope.
It was amazing. It was really, really good. So hopefully the rest of the season will contain, the rest of
So let me ask you, Mario, real quick while we on this.
Mm-hmm.
If they released, and I don't want to give anything away for people who haven't seen it, if they released a version of that particular clone, would you get it?
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Bro. Yeah.
I say yes.
Yeah,
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 you
that
might
was
as well,
exciting.
huh? I'm about to give you a I say yes clip as well, right?
Yeah, that was dope.
But yeah, no, this is new and exciting, man. Definitely looking forward to it. Like we mentioned about the Jedi. Really curious to see what's going on there. If we're gonna see more of that whole thing going on within the temple. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier on Navarro, man, if we're actually gonna see Salacious Crumb in the tree, I wonder if that's really him or not. So yeah, that's interesting. So all the little stuff that's tying back, harkening back to the original trilogy is always exciting to see too. So but yeah, straight up, it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun and interesting.
Yeah.
Good stuff. We're gonna go to Arum before we end with the Mafia. Arum, Grogu, panel up close. Final thoughts on the Mando season 3 trailer. Go, girl.
Grogu will talk this season. He's going to. Yes, he will talk, and he's going to tell us what we're looking at. Those 4 Jedi. He's going to tell us what that is. Mando is now finally getting information from the armorer, and she respects him now, even though he took off his helmet. And he's going to Mandalore to prove to her that he is badass and worthy of being a Mandalorian.
Woo! Good stuff. I'm like, I gotta
So you
watch
think
this
Grogu's
trailer
gonna
again.
talk?
Grogu's gonna talk.
I think he spoke in the episode in the trailer.
We got one
Yeah.
up close left.
I think
Well,
he's gonna sound like
hopefully, he has a good voice and he doesn't,
He sounds like a baby. It sounded
he's
like
going to sound like Snagglepuss from Hanna-Barbera.
You gotta sound like Snoop Dogg, dude. Watch.
Hey, what is leaving? Exit stage
I
left.
would watch it all day.
he's not gonna sound like this.
You're delicious, bro. Ciao, boys.
Man,
That's
he had
awesome.
a thick New York accent for Grogu. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah. Well, hello there.
Six
These up
Scale
closes.
Mafia.
I'm always on. I don't get it. Whatever. I don't know, man. I'm interested in that if that's a flashback. If that's a flashback with all the Jedi, that
If
looks
it's
really
not
cool.
a flashback, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Right.
bro.
I mean, it probably is because the timeline. It literally looks
You don't
like it.
know,
And, but
yeah.
But they're going to Coruscant too, so that's exciting. And seeing what's going to happen with Grogu, and like Leo mentioned, the armor. I want to know more about her.
Yeah, bro.
There's stuff there I'd like to see, and also the same points. Show us some older clones maybe that are just out and about. Like they hinted at that, right? And if they don't have Fett, because maybe they didn't want to reveal him, which I don't see why, but we didn't see any Boba Fett, so. If he's in the show, it would be cool if he's like some other clones or something, right? Just to, because he has the benefit of doing that as the actor, right? He's everybody, so
everywhere. Yeah,
that would be really cool. And I'm looking forward to that freaking N1, man, when it comes out.
Yeah.
Mario. I mean,
it's gonna come.
Got N1.
I would like to know
No,
more
no,
about the young
I'm
lady
telling you.
behind you.
Nah, man.
What?
Yeah, I spy.
You spy nothing, good sir. Anyway, thank you, Aries. That was good.
Yeah.
Can I say I've got it paused right now at 1 minute and 16 seconds.
We're at the con, mother.
How do I?
And we are at the cantina scene. There are 2 battle droids sitting down at a table with an astromech. It looks like they're sipping something or playing cards or something, man. So it's fun. It's funny to see that old cantina that didn't serve their kind has nothing but their kind within the cantina now. That's amazing,
everywhere, bro. Straight up.
That's funny.
Wow, it's good stuff. I had so much. I had a lot of fun with this show today, and I can't wait to just check out this trailer now on my high definition TV and go check it out. But listen, here's how we're going to go ahead and roll here tonight. Mafia, been taking a page out of your book, but Brother Cousins, Jay, Brother Cousins Toy Reviews has best of the best every Thursday. You can subscribe to him in the video chat below. And people popping. Let me go ahead. There you are, Lale. Okay. And also, Positive Fandom, with your great shows. And here, Bletton.
What happened?
I don't know. It's just glitch.
Hot Toys Wizard glitched out. Everybody here, Mafia, 16 Scale Man, El Profesoro, Mario, Brother Cousins, Positive Fandom. Everybody go into the video descriptions, and the links are right there. You could subscribe to every one of these content creators. I highly recommend that you do. I personally do. They've got great, great content. Thank you so much for doing that and supporting it. And hey, if you'd like as well, you can subscribe to Six Scale Cantina also. But a lot of fun here tonight, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. And congrats on the 2 years, man.
Yeah,
Congrats.
bro. Once again.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the milestone, man.
Congrats.
Thank you
bro.
so much.
Congrats.
2-year anniversary. Remember, I don't always buy Spotchka out, but when I do,
Well,
I
everybody.
get Six Scale Cantina. Mario,
And one
I say
fighter's
yes
coming.
on Ed One.
Yep.
Stay thirsty.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Recession.